toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Trojans will put toe to leather and will get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
And your Washington Huskies will take over 1st and 10.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. A strike downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what gets the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts. And that's when they have those great football teams.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To the air on first down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Quickly complete. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. Run it with the fullback. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And, David, this is where I think you could have excelled. If you're a great defensive end, there's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Nash. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
And the Huskies will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hauls it in. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Looking to throw again. Complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on the line, it's really nice to have it.
The Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Now from inside the red zone. Finds his big tight end. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Fires into the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
You know, you would have thought that after having 3 interceptions in their last game, the quarterback would absolutely never throw this guy's way. But here we are. We're in the 1st drive, and they're trying to be aggressive, and they're attacking one of their best players defensively, and he makes them pay. 4 picks in 2 games. We got to be talking about this guy for the Heisman, right?
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. To the air, it's Cantrell. Looking to take a shot. Makes a catch down the right side. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
And these offenses, man, they've been struggling, and you've been waiting. Who's going to make the big play? They finally break through. They make the big explosive play, and maybe this is what they needed to get this offense rolling.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Gets it past the marker. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? Mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had in these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Going to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Washington wants to go quickly.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. Touchdown, USC. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Trojans! The defense takes matters into its own hands. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Washington.
On the double. Flag.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Right on the money. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Washington right back to the line.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime. You get a little juju going.
Turning it on! Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Was to pass. Looking to the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Husky.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
Take over. 1st and 10.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Dropping back, it's Cantrell. Quarterback now breaking the field. Firing to the right, complete. The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Gain of 3. Brings up 2nd down.
Wants to go up top. He's got it. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Now on first down from the 30. Gives it on the option. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Got his man to the left. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands. It's Booker. There he goes. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Buys a little extra time. It's complete on the right side. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. On the move. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Calls his own number. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top. Throwing right. Makes the grab. It's Nash. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, Washington.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
USA 28, Washington 7.
Washington ready to kick off to start this second half.
To advance on the football.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone.
Will take over. First and 10.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Looking downfield, it's Cantrell. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Breaks into the open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That type of big play can even make Traveler perk up and take notice.
Hey, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
The give to the back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Pulls it in, it's Nash. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Back to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Gets the back moving. Off the play fake on first down. He turns that loose down the right side. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Got room on the return. The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown Trojans. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
Number 10.
What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
On 2nd and 10, a full wideout set, trips right. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, Washington. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
Will take over. First and 10.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. From the gun, give on the inside.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Cantrell. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They're working that left side. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
42, Spider.
Wants to go up top. He's got an open man. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
USC offense will take over. 1st and 10.
This drive will open from the 15. Back to throw, it's Cantrell. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
16. And a 1st down for the offense.
That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again.
Get set, get set. 6-9-1, get your score.
Looking to throw. It's complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Washington wants to go quickly.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Working that left side. And he's down after making the grab. Good pickup there to help them dig out of the hole, but still some work to do to get a first down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Washington! And here they come, almost all the way back. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by a field goal over Wisconsin. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Bring in the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Cantrell. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. 4th down coming up. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, USC! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Going downfield for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job.
Going over the top. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Cantrell. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
First and 10.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Coming out on first down with the play fake. It's complete to the left. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking the shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown, Huskies!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle. But a nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Back to throw, it's Cantrell. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
second
Well, you
down.
knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
To the air on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
When you got a QB with this kind of arm talent, receivers with this kind of speed, they are going to be difficult to stop. They have been up and down the field. They've almost got 450 passing yards now.
The throw to the outside is complete. Touchdown, Husky! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Looking to throw, it's Cantrell. Deep shot for the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock and try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. to the air on first down. Here's a heat. Oh, and they get to him. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball